Hey, just want to unbox some Trigun merch. This is one of those anime series I considered a classic, right up there with like Cowboy Bebop. But unfortunately, I missed out on a lot of the original merch. Thankfully, they're releasing a lot of the old stuff again due to the newish anime. And one of them is the Trigun Deluxe edition. This has volume 1 and 2 of the original manga, and it's in this nice hardcover, like this red leather with like reflective gold lettering to it. This is published by Dark Horse, so a very nice little collection that's gonna look great on a shelf. Personally, not a big fan of it for actually reading the series, and it does come at a bit of a steep cost at like $50. So I don't think I'm gonna collect it just because of how expensive it would be. Personally, I wish they would just re-release the single small volumes because that's a lot cheaper and a little more easy to read for me. And Trigun, as much as I love it, I feel like the art wasn't like super necessary to have like this giant edition. I'm perfectly fine with just the regular size manga. But that's just my personal opinion. It's not like Berserk where, you kind of want the omnibus. Anyways, moving on to the figure, this is a Kotobukiya 1/8 scale figure. And as you can see, it is the renewed packaging. But, the box just looks so cool. It's got the bit of lacrosse reference, big motif in Trigun. But yeah, it's awesome to see that, we can still get our hands on this without having to pay crazy scalper prices. And I think they added the little Kurono U cat figure, because I don't believe that was included with the original. But as you can see, here is everything you get with it. He even comes with these fun little plastic bits around his legs, like little extra pant covers. But this was one of my personal holy grails just because of how much I love Trigun, but also just how cool the figure itself is. I really love the way the base looks, it's just like little bullets shot it, you always see them like shooting the logo and everything. I do wish the logo was a little bit more visible since they put like that silver lettering on the underside of it, so it's not as visible on the top. Oh, and you may have noticed that underneath it does say Badlands Rumble. It's pretty hard to tell, but this is from the movie specifically. The base also does have metal pegs, which is really nice, so it's a little bit more stable and not as easily broken off. I do believe you can just remove them too, but the nice part is that this figure can even stand on its own without the base. So in case for some reason you think that base looks kind of hideous or something, you can display without it, but it is a little bit unstable. But taking a closer look at the figure here, you can see I forgot to remove that little plastic piece because you can actually remove his head. As you can see, you can take it off so you can have a little bit of an easy time putting on the sunglasses, which is a little bit awkward because there's not like a specific slot for it, so it just kind of gently rests on his face. Weirdly enough, the gun isn't detachable because that one you actually had to kind of thread the finger. I wish that was a little bit easier to put in. But yeah, take a look at a decapitated Vash here with his turtleneck. But yeah, his hair is very glossy, but he's got a great smile. They do also include a extra pair of glasses just because, I'm sure it falls off every time somebody tries to move this thing and it just gets lost permanently in the carpet. And for the rest of the figure, everything looks really nice. Just the coat is just super reflective. The gun itself even has a little bit of a gradient from the top being super dark to a lighter gray. And yeah, just a little bit of shading on the jacket everywhere, and just the way the light bounces off of it just looks really nice. And of course, just the character design itself just makes this a cool looking figure with all the belts and metal bits. Of course, we can't forget about Kurono U. The little minifigure they included, it comes with this tiny little circle base here with a little bit of reflective gold to it, and then of course Kurono, the goofy big-eyed cat. What's not to love? You know, you usually see him in the series in the background, just snarling and whatever. But the unfortunate side is that this figure is like really unstable and kind of falls off a lot just because his legs are so tiny, and there's like a gentle breeze can knock him over. I definitely had trouble just putting him on just how slippery it is. I just really wish they put like little slots for his feet to go in. And yeah, overall just a great looking figure. Just looks so cool, man. Like just the pose and everything. And even though he's only like 1/8 scale, when I put him with my other figures, he just stands out. I think it's just like crazy, like dynamic pose with like just like so much movement to the clothing and everything. It's just a great looking figure. Now Kotobukiya also did a figure for the new Vash design for Trigun Stampede. And even though I don't usually mind characters being redesigned, this one just didn't really click with me, so I don't think I'll get it. But I do regret not getting Wolfwood, you know, the character that pairs with him. Their figures basically go hand in hand together, and I'm trying to save money, but I might get it, especially after seeing my friend Taker, who unboxed it, and yeah, it just looks so good together. I'll leave a link to his video down in the description if you want to check that out. But yeah, that's about it for this video. As always, thanks for watching. I think the next one is going to be a Nendoroid haul. But until then, I hope everyone has a wonderful weekend and happy Halloween. Bye-bye.